Hi there, I'm Glenn Skidmore and I make maple syrup. So what I have is a heavy Orlon filter here, and I'm going to wet it here in the sap pan, and I want to make sure this is nice and wet. So I have to go swing some of this water out of here, so I'm just going to go out by the steps and give it a few swings and take this excess sap off of this filter. Now we're going to put our filter in the bucket, and then one more filter. This is a finer micro cloth filter, and this holds the niter, so it won't affect the large filter. So now we have to adjust the pan. As you can see, it's heavy. There we go. And there's our golden delicious syrup. You can see it's a little cloudy. We just want to clean it now. We want to filter it. Be very slow, gentle, careful. This is all of your hard work. Next, I have to place my pan back on the evaporator, and I'm going to put sap in here because I don't want what's left on the bottom of the pan to dry out. There we go. So I'm going to take this inner filter cloth, fold it up in my fingers, and lift it off of the filter. And then what I do is I just move it gently from side to side. Look at that. This is very hot. You have to be careful. This really helps with clarity by filtering it this way. Let's see how much is in there still. This doesn't happen fast. You have to take your time. So we're going to have to do basically the same thing to the next filter. I don't squeeze the bag. You're just going to squeeze niter out of the bag. So there's no sense in trying to manipulate it to make more come out. There we go. So I'm just going to place this back in the evaporator pan. It'll all leach out of there and go back into the pan, and we'll end up with all of this. We haven't wasted it. We've reintroduced it back into our next boil. So now we have our pot, our stainless steel pot that we're going to finish our syrup in before it's bottled. What I like to do is always rinse something out with nice hot clean sap that I have in my my pre-boiler. So I'll just dump that in there, give it a little swish around like so. We just give that a little toss. So nice and careful. Look how clean that is. There's a lot of hard work in just this little amount. So now we're going to place this on the propane burner. Not too strong of a flame. And this also has an audible clue when it begins to boil. So we're going to wait for that. We can hear almost like an old ship going through the ocean. It's creaking just a little wee bit. So we don't want to go too aggressive with our boil and scorch our syrup. So just a nice gentle flame at first. We've got to let the syrup catch up to its heat that is being produced. Now we're going to check it with temperature and a refractometer. And we're going to bring this syrup to 7 degrees over the boiling temperature of water today. We've checked it, and the water boiled at 211 degrees. See how gentle my boil is? That's what helps make award-winning syrup. It's just flickering at 8 degrees over boiling temperature today. There we go. I don't like that cracking sound. That means it's hurting on the bottom. There's a little hurt going on. So there we are. We're a strong 8 over. We're going to put it on the prism, the refractometer. Make a nice seal, like so, and check it out in the sun. And everything's matching up. We're at 68.5. These are tower filters, so moisten them. So what's important about your filters is never wring them with your hand. It breaks the fibers up. So never wring your filters. Always get rid of the hot water out of them by just giving them a little swing like so. First goes the Orlon filter in. I can place that one inside. Now our finer filter. Here's a little metal ring that we put on to secure everything. And this is where we're going to pour our syrup. Now ever so carefully, pour this. There we go, and this is over 200 degrees. There we go. Now there's not as much niter in this because remember we filtered it out last time. Okay, we put the lid on this right away, and we're going to go put it on the counter. So now, what I want to do is disinfect my bottles. This is a Galone 500 milliliter, and I'm going to heat this. And what I've learned is no more than 25 seconds. I want all the water vapor out of here as well. You can see it leaving. So we have to keep rotating it. There we are. And now we're going to bottle. See it boiling in the glass? That's what I'm looking for. So now I just check. I like it to come right up to that ring. Right there. There we are. And we cap it. Nice and tight. And then to disinfect the cap, we turn it upside down. Give it a few sloshes. And this sucker is hot. What I like to do is place it over here on that board. It makes a beautiful picture. So let's do another one. There we go. You're looking at Sky Hills brand red label maple syrup. The best on the planet.